How's it going, Laser Bruises up? I'm Sixkilla and welcome to an impressions video we're going to be doing on a game called Drift King. This is something a little bit different to usual, but I'm a big fan of these kind of games and I spent way too much time playing this one already just to unlock the S14 because I wanted to match the car I have in real life, although it doesn't have a spoiler on this one, unfortunately. But like most drift games, it takes quite a bit of getting used to the way that it works. If anything, it's closest if you're familiar with the drift mechanics in Need for Speed Underground 2. So it's very slippery, everything's very slippery, it's lots of sliding around. The handling takes a little bit of getting used to, but it is not too bad once you do get used to it. It's quite a lot of fun, and I found it pretty addictive, to be honest. So we're just going to do a couple of quick tracks. It is in early access at the moment. And it does look a bit rough around the edges. It's only like version 0.5 or something along those lines. And there's no music in the actual races that I've ever heard. So maybe I can put some in the background. So if there's music on now, I put it in post. Now, I'm not very good at doing this while talking, unfortunately. You will find, compared to a lot of them, strangely enough, you get points for hitting the wall, and you will end up using the handbrake a lot to maintain control for some reason. But unlike most of the games, I go in blind because I figured when you go into any game like this blind, you're not going to be able to do it. So I was going to have to practice a little bit to give it a fair shake. And even then, I'm not great. But it's only maybe 5 or 6 hours practice, all up maybe. Although this car is like $1 million in this game. My one in real life didn't cost $1 million, thank fuck. Although it's not quite as nice as this one either. Although it's got more polygons. Because it's real. I'm not sure if it's made of polygons, it might just be molecules? I'm not sure, I'm not a scientist. But anyway. You can tell this is one of the tracks I practiced the most. And yeah, they dock you 10,000 points for going off the track. Sometimes, for some reason, and you can lose your combo altogether if you smash into the wall, but if you just nudge the wall, they give you 10,000 points for some reason. I don't think nudging the wall is something that's generally, you know, approved upon in drift racing, but, you know, whatever. See, as you can see, it's if you like that kind of thing, it is seriously addictive. This is just going to be a short video, just to let you know about it, and I'll put a link in the description so you can go pick it up. I don't think it's too expensive at the moment, and it is still in production. If you're a car person, a drift person, an Initial D lover. Then it scratches that itch, you know. Sorry, I haven't got much to say. It's a bit rough to look at, as you can probably tell. And it's quite a large install, considering how rough it is to look at. It's about 3 gig, something like that. But, you know, it's a bit of fun. And at the moment, I've had a really hard time, I don't know, committing to any games for long term. Just defaulting to stuff like this, except for the, you know, the stuff I'm doing on the channel, like Black Book and that. That's my permanently long-term stuff. Oh, that was way too hard. That wasn't good. Came into that corner way too hard. See, as you see, I lost my combo there. But just nudging the wall doesn't make you lose it. If you remember, like in Need for Speed Underground 1 or Underground 2, Just nudging the wall was enough to shatter your combo and start the multiplier over again. You also notice that the multiplier doesn't multiply for some reason. It says 5 times. I'm not sure what that means because it doesn't multiply your score by 5. In fact, it doesn't do anything from what I can tell. Just to say, hey, you're doing really, really swell right now. You're doing real swell. Here's a 5 to make you feel better about everything. Cool, thanks game. I mean, oh my god, I did it again. I don't think I've done this track in this car. This car's a little bit faster than the one I was using before. The one you start with is like a BMW thing. And I got used to driving that for ages because this car was so expensive, so I just drove the BMW for ages and ages and ages. And yeah, now I'm not used to this because it's quite fast by comparison. And that straight is just, it's too long. Straight is long enough for you to build up quite a bit of speed. Oh shit. But yeah, that's about it really. See, it's a nice short one. Let's do one more, I don't know. I haven't unlocked many of the tracks because I was focusing on grabbing the car. There's a lot of upgrade options as well, I didn't mention that. In the, if you go to the garage, you can do quite a lot of upgrades with the vehicles. You can change the colour, you can change the spokes, the rims, the spoke and rim colour. There's going to be body kits apparently, added later, that's not in it at the moment. There's engine upgrades. You can change the colours of the brake calipers. That kind of stuff. Vinyls, there's vinyls. You know, I think it's going for a full-on Need for Speed Underground type thing, but all about drifting. Sounds good to me. So I think a lot of racing games just don't do it justice. I think Grid is one of the few. Series, not the new Grid, but Grid 1 and Grid 2 specifically, is one of the series that really did do justice to drifting. It had really good drifting mechanics. Not the new one. The new one's got, I don't even know if it has drifting in it. But like even in something like the Forza Horizon games, it tends to be kind of an afterthought. Or it feels like an afterthought. It's there, but it's vestigial, you know? It's there, but it's not really emphasized and it's not really a focus. It's just some side activity you can do for fun outside of the proper stuff. That's what it feels like anyway. It's a shame because there's a lot of people out there, like myself, that plays these games specifically for this kind of thing. I know I'm not the only one because there's constantly new drift indie games coming out on Steam. It's just most of them are craptacular. No offense to anyone that's a developer of those kind of games, but they tend to not be very good in general. And every single one has a very different handling mechanic, a way to handle the cars and stuff. And when one's different, it can often feel like it's not good. Shit, I use the normal brake. Don't use the normal brake. Normal brake is bad. You know, you get used to a certain way that the drifting works. Like, this is not realistic, right? Grid's drifting is super realistic. Comparatively, anyway. This is like you're on ice, like in Underground 2. Your car's sliding everywhere, like you're driving on oil everywhere, you know? So it's not super realistic or anything, but it's still fun. It's very arcadey. But yeah, I just wanted to point it out in case any of you out there are into that kind of stuff. Like I am, it is a good time. And yeah, it's on its way. You know, it's version 0.5, as you can see in the corner. Hopefully they keep updating it. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one.